Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stalos, and I am back with another Overwatch News Blast. And today, Jeff has been active on the forums, although admittedly not as active as he was the other day where he was spamming the forums like a goddamn madman. Today, he has responded to a thread which is asking for statistics from the arcade. And this is what he says: we would like to add arcade stats as well as a total stats section to the career profile. This is very interesting because they're obviously tracking the stats, or I would assume they're tracking the arcade stats. Blizzard collects stats on absolutely everything. What they decide to show to the player is very curated. That means they really decide what they want us to see and what they really don't want us to see. I mean, hell, look at the actual in-game scoreboard. It is, well, it leaves a lot to be desired, but we'll get onto that a bit later on in the video because let's talk about the actual stats system itself. You can see in the background here, like, this is me just going through the stats on one of my other accounts on Spitfire, and you can see that the stats are fairly detailed. You get a lot of information from your eliminations, your final blows, you know, the amount of healing you've done, your accuracy, your types of eliminations with various abilities, all kinds of different stuff. But one thing it doesn't show is it doesn't show your stats from the arcade. Now, it would be nice if we had these stats available because there are loads of people out there who only play the arcade. Now, there are different groups of Overwatch players in my mind. You've got the guys who like quick play and maybe they just play a lot of quick play with a little bit of arcade. You've got the guys who only really go for competitive. You've got the guys who only really go for the arcade. And it's not really fair that the arcade stats are not tracked because it doesn't give you the complete picture on your account, does it? Because imagine if you've played, I don't know, Lucio for hundreds and hundreds of hours. I mean, you would be a crazy person if you've done this, but if you played Lucio for hundreds and hundreds of hours in one of the arcade Lucio racing modes, right? So you're racing around the map like crazy, but none of this is actually tracked on your profile, so it can feel like you're not actually achieving anything. So they do really need to show that. Now, what Jeff is saying here with they want to add an arcade stats sort of tab or page, I guess, but also a total stats. Total stats would be a combination of everything. So your quick play, your play versus AI, from all of your competitive seasons, and then your arcade stats. So it would make sense because that would give you a complete sort of career profile. That would be the career profile because right now it's not a full career profile and they do kind of need to sort that out. So it is good that Jeff has acknowledged that yes, they will add this at some point in the future because we need that. Now, the other part to this kind of debate, I guess, is the whole in-game scoreboard. Now, it's not great. The reason why it's not great is because it's designed to give minimal amounts of information so as to not allow people to have ammunition to flame other people in certain games. The problem with this is you can end up with a lot of people who, I mean, hell, you look at me. If you've watched the Overanalyzed I put out on the channel recently, which is the Junkrat from the Gold division, he has gold eliminations and he has gold damage done, gold objective kills, so he thinks he's actually performing extremely well. The problem is, he isn't really. Like, the damage he's doing is not effective. His positioning is a problem and all kinds of things. Maybe he dies too much, but because he's done gold damage, gold limbs, he thinks he's performing and he's playing well. That's the problem with, that's basically in a nutshell, it's a problem with the scoreboard system in the game right now. You don't really know how effective you are compared to your teammates in that game. And also on the enemy team. Imagine if you actually had a proper scoreboard where you could compare, let's say you were playing Soldier 76, and let's say I had 10 eliminations and 8 deaths, but the Soldier 76 on the enemy team had 12 eliminations and 1 death. Well, it's quite clear he's outplaying me, and I should probably swap, or maybe somebody else should play the Soldier. The problem is, though, if you go down this route with Overwatch, there is a ton of sort of issues with it, because the way the system has been designed is to stop flaming, is to stop people going after each other and being abusive and aggressive, forcing people to swap heroes because they're not working. But the fact of the matter is, you know when a hero is not working, and this is where a lot of the sort of the badness can come for, like, Hanzo players or Widowmaker players. You can think, oh, you're not doing anything. In fact, I've been in games where I've played Hanzo and I've been told I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I know I am doing stuff. I know that I've just opened up the first point on King's Row to allow us to capture it. Yet that's not really seen by the other teammates because, well, they don't have access to those stats. So I hope to live in a, well, I hope to be alive one day where we do have a really good detailed scoreboard system in the game. But anyway, it looks as if we are getting a total stats system or a total stats page or a massive combination of all of our stats, but we're also going to get an arcade stats system at some point in the future. And this is good news because more stats is awesome. I love looking at stats and I guess a lot of you guys do as well. But it's a personal thing, right? You want to see what you've done on your account. All those times you played Mystery Heroes or whatever in the arcade, it's not tracked on your profile at the moment. Hopefully it's tracked internally. I think it is because Blizzard track absolutely everything. So when they can just turn this on, it will update our accounts. That will be awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Starlaser and this has been Unit Lost. And this has been another awesome Overwatch News Blast update. If you like the video, then like the video. Follow me on Twitter, which is @UnitLostGaming. And remember, you can join the Discord, which is discord.gg/UnitLost, which I think is now one of the biggest Overwatch Discords there actually is. I think we're over 10k members, or we're very, very close. I think we're over, actually. Anyway, I'm joking. I can't join the Discord. Too low. Oh. I'm dying. Call the ambulance. No, really, don't do that.